everyone. Thank you for returning. I have another video. I was watching a YouTube influencer and she said, do not play games with a woman who is used to being alone and who is used to drying her own tears, doing things without support, and maintaining a roof over her own head, and just being alone, and because she would rather have peace than be involved with a man who is pretending to love her and who is trying to play games with her. That's what she said. And I listened to the video over and over again, and it made me think about, that's a strong woman. That's an independent woman in all the ways that are good. That is a strong woman in all the ways, an independent woman that in all ways that are good. That's a positive, strong woman. That's a positive, independent woman. It becomes a problem when we want companionship and we want to have someone special in our lives, but we are unable to lower our guard enough to really see him and experience him in a positive way. So I'm not talking about the man who is full of games and playing. Somehow we know intuitively who they are, and we may turn a blind eye to it. We may have a blind eye about that. But I'm talking about good men who are genuinely interested in you, but because your wall is so high and you're used to taking care of yourself, that you don't allow him to really express his interest in you, his feelings for you, because you've been hurt or you've been so long in your independence and in your strength that you don't know how to let your guard down, let your wall down, and you don't know how to let him lead the dating and the courtship. That's where my dating course comes in, the one that I'm going to hold on the 18th for in-person and the 21st for online, is that I see through my coffee socials that all of the women who attend, they do want companionship in their lives. They may not want marriage like me, but they want companionship. They want someone to care about them, to call them to see if they're okay. And of course, you know, relationships are give and take in a two-way street, and so they're willing to put in the work and do the things that's necessary to show the man that she cares. But it's that initial getting out there and doing something to attract him, and softening up and doing the things and the behaviors that will cause a man to come to you, to attract him with your honey. You're the flower. And so visually we have to be like flowers in terms of the colors that we wear and how we carry ourselves and the fragrance. So we are focused on the visuals because we're the flower. But after that, you know, he has to smell the nectar of the flower, of you. So that's your energy, your vibe, your essence. Are you easy to get along with? Or are you argumentative? Or do you always have to prove your point? That's all I'm saying. And so this influencer that was talking about those things that that us women are today, we've had to be those things. We've had to be those things to keep a roof over our heads, to not be homeless, to have the kind of life that we want, to travel, to raise our children in good schools and let them have access to good schools and all of that. So and in many of our cases, we've had to be both the mother and the father, the mom and the dad. And it was stressful for us. So when the kids are good and grown and out on their own and doing well, we don't know how to be soft because we've spent at least 20, 25 years being the breadwinner, taking care of the children, all of that. But we do have men who like to play games, and I've seen it all. If you watch my channel from the beginning, I have a playlist of my dating experiences, and I think I'm going to link it in the description. I have so many videos really giving a review of each and every day that I have been on since 2021. Each and every day I have been on since 2021, I've given a review of. So I will put that playlist in the description about me and my dates. And I want to say I might have, 20 to 30 videos on reviews about my dates. Yep, I sure did. Reviews on my dates. So, if you want a committed monogamous relationship, you have to work on that strong exterior independent vibe that you give off to men. You have to work on that. So that would be your nectar if you were a flower, your essence, your energy. And then you have to work on being the flower in terms of how you show up visually to men, but really to the world and to yourself. To the world and to yourself. And so I immediately thought of myself and the colors that I have. Like, my colors really don't vary that much. I wear black sometimes, but it's red, pink, orange, especially in the summer. So when it comes to the winter, it gets a little bit tricky, finding bright colors in heavier fabrics in the fall and the winter. But I try, I really do. And when I can't, because it's a little more difficult, that's where the lipstick comes in terms of it being a brighter shade of red or pink. And I don't have a whole bunch of different lipstick colors and stuff, because as a brown woman, everything doesn't look good on me. It looks good on other people, like burgundy. Like some people be wearing burgundy lipstick and all of that. Burgundy doesn't look good on me. And I've seen some brown women on YouTube who wear burgundy, but then I'm thinking, are they using filters or something? But anyway, I digress. So that's what I wanted to talk about, basically, is us having to be independent and all of that good stuff in a good way. Independence and being strong in a good way to create a life for ourselves. But then there comes a time when you want partnership that you have to learn to relax more and behave differently than you normally do. And that is the rub. That is the difficult part, because practice, you have to practice. You have to practice. And a lot of us don't. And you can practice this with your children too. your children, your family, and your friends about being more relaxed and more come see, come saw, like not invested in controlling everything. Not invested in controlling everything. For example, you're hanging out, let's say with your daughter, your adult daughter. She could be between 20 and 30. And you call her up and you say, you know, hey, babe, what's going on? Oh, nothing, Mom. I'm just here doing blah, blah, blah. And you say, okay, well, you know, you want to come with me to whatever you want to invite her to that she might like. And she would say, well, okay, what do you want to do? And then you can say, you know what? I don't really care what we do as long as I'm with you. I don't care what we do as long as with you. You choose. You pick what you want us to do, and I will go along with it. And if you are one of those women or mothers who complains about everything that your child does or wants to do, this is your time to keep your mouth closed. This is your time to keep your mouth closed and go along with her program. Go along with her program. To act as if she was the date, the man that you really like, and she has arranged the date, and he has arranged the date. So you're going to pretend that your daughter or your son, but I say daughter, that your daughter is the man that you want to attract. So you're not going to control anything. You're going to let her decide what you're going to do. And you're going to go along with the program, because that's what you do when you date, unless he asks you. But in this case, if your daughter asks you if you want to do something in particular, you're going to tell her no, because you always tell her what you want to do. So you're going to let her pick what you want to do, and you just say, I just want to spend time with you, baby. It doesn't matter what we do. We're going to do what you want to do, and I just want to spend time with you. And then that would be it. And then you're going to let her do all the controlling of everything. By the time you leave, you're going to let her pick you up, and you're going to dress real nice in bright colors. Yes, you are. So that's it. Give that a try. Let me know in the comments how that worked out for you. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget, the dating workshop is October 18th in person and the 21st online. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.